Aloha! Let's talk a little bit about economics. Economics. Well, just the word economy in general. The economy is like small, compact, economy car. Get a small, compact car. This just doesn't quite cut it, It's not quite the term that I want to put on the economic engine of our civilization, of our species. Like economics, like how about an ecosystem? Let's build an ecosystem that is ecologically friendly for all life and our planet. So economics, okay, economy. Everybody understands what an economy is. So let's talk about the underlying, workings of an economy, of what I call an economic engine. So like an engine, we all know in an engine, that's what operates our automobile, our vehicle. So essentially, our economy is a vehicle. And we want to make sure our vehicle is operating well. Pistons and oil, lubricants, and, we got to have gasoline, we got to, all the working parts, top notch, safety first, and then workings for a good, reliable vehicle that works well and does its job well. So we have the opportunity to create economies. We're not limited to being only a part of the economies that we were born into, or that we've moved to a certain area and now we're a part of that economy. We're not limited to that. We are creator beings. And the more of us that come together with intention and defining what it is that we wish to be a part of, what we wish to see in the world, what we wish to do with our time and our energy, and how we like to spend our days, our life, and who we like to spend our life with, our days in our life with. So we have this unique opportunity to create economies around shared value systems. So like in your local area, even within your household, you can create an economy in your household. You can create an economy in your neighborhood. You can create an economy for your city, your state economy. You can create a national economy, a global economy. You could also create economies around purpose, causes. What do we wish to accomplish? And then we backtrack into what is it going to take to get it accomplished. So an economy around, say, hemp or cannabis would be essentially a crowdsource process of inviting all people on the planet who value cannabis or hemp to co-create, to invest together, to invest your knowledge, invest your skills, invest your abilities, your resources, your networks or your reach, your land, the access you have to lands. So cannabis, hemp, for example, you could do a local cannabis or hemp economy in your local area, come together with like-minded individuals and vision out where you want to be at a future time and date on a calendar, and then value out once you get there, what's the value of this economy, this business, cooperative, crowdsourced business around cannabis, hemp, or whatnot, and then what's the highest vision of the future that everybody consensus comes to in hemp and cannabis, like all the healing that comes of it for the people, all the different uses, especially hemp, of course medicinal, of course health, food, there's a lot of food that comes with cannabis and hemp. There's also clothing and There is gasolines per se, alternatives to our existing gasolines. There's building materials made of hemp. There is paper, textiles, so on and so forth. So many things. Most economies, industries will be interrupted when we really do scale our hemp grow around the world. Cannabis, same thing. Medicine, foods, and other products as well. This is just an example. So in your local area, come together with like-minded individuals, vision out the highest blueprint for that industry, locally to globally, whatever you choose, and then start project managing. You need executives on your team. Give out, once you have a future valuation for this hemp or cannabis industry, then you can backtrack into the now valuation, a very undervalued valuation now, and then you can mint that amount of currency, pay out all your executives, begin to create tasks that it's going to take to get from where we're at to where we're going, really create departments, committees, operations and management and marketing and content creation and media, legal, IT, HR, so on and so forth, event production. These are good departments and committees for any project that we do. So that's a good example. Okay, so economies. So in your local neighborhood, you come together with your neighbors, you form agreements for collaboration, how you wish for your community to be, your neighborhood to be. Go ahead and vision together, build rapport and then vision together, and then begin to create a master plan. And then you'll have executives appointed or elected, and then you begin to project manage all the different committees, project manage in their departments, tasks, accomplishing goals over a timeline. And move as one. Your whole neighborhood is a collective unfoldment, and you're bringing in a higher blueprint, and you're maturing the valuation of the currency or the points-based credit system, voucher-based or whatnot, tokenized, whatever. You have every person in your neighborhood working towards the highest blueprint, employed by the neighborhood. And all getting wealthier and healthier and happier and more free, creative, passionate in your purposes, applying your knowledge and skills, sharing your resources, sharing your land access, sharing your network reach, bringing in other people, so on and so forth. Graphic design, video editing, social media, website design, grant writing, tech, IT systems, so on and so forth. All the jobs, plus just permaculture in the gardens and the community, composting, setting up bulletin boards, having people in charge of building and growing the food and cooking up the meals, and people handling the energy, electricity per se, or any energies, people handling education, all the kids and the adults, people, all the jobs, happiness, maintaining happiness and spirit and culture in the community, transportation, so on and so forth, economics, so on and so forth, health, basic needs for all in the community, and then beyond. Bring an actualization to the community, higher purpose, unfoldment. So that can be for a city as well. A state can do this. A country can do it. A nation, as well as globally, we could do these grassroots organizing, coming together around agreed shared values and creating consensus governance and project managing and valuing our economy in the future, and then minting the current valuation, creating your own money, and then starting to actually pay out salaries to all the executive teammates, and then creating like a bounty list for tasks that need to be done, and every person in the community, local or global community or around a cause, all are employed as much as they like. You can share access to your land, earn a bunch of currency you can share, access to your networks, your reach, your connections. You can write grants, you can create graphics, you can do video editing, you can do social media sharing, you can do flyers and street team, you can grow food, you can cook food, you can deliver food, you can host meals, host consensus, community coming together, talking about ideas and solutions, and getting up on stage and entertaining the community with their music and their dance and arts. And it's a new renaissance we're in. So we're creating our own economies, we're creating our own bylaws, we're creating our own master plans, our own micronations from local to global and around causes, local to global, our own education systems. In your local area, you can have a cooperative education system where the people co-produce education for the people, just as a health system can be created cooperatively, and all the healers and different modalities help maintain immunity for everybody in the community. You could build transportation systems, energy, alternative energies, move everybody towards that until we get to free energy, so on and so forth, onwards, exchanging between communities, economies, and so on and so forth. So we're not limited by the economies of the world, economies of our countries, our states, cities, at all. We are in our imaginations. We are in the grounding of something that's in the future, into the now, valuing ourselves and each other, and each stepping into our higher purpose and way of being cooperative, collaborative, all contributing towards a greater good. So, aloha, thanks so much. I love you. Namaste.